What we saying, boys? What we saying? Morning, everyone. Let me know what we're looking at, man. It's literally been nothing going on in this market. I've been waiting until something actually happens to jump on. But we've just re-tapped into this order block now. So this is the point where I would be looking at potentially selling. Yeah, what we saying, chat? Morning, Jed. Morning, Nicola. Morning, Mahmood. What you saying? Morning, T Unknown. Morning, Phil. Master Luke. Jed. Kai. Fletcher. What we saying? Yeah, I've just been waiting for something to actually go on in this market. What are you saying, Simon? I've just been waiting for something to actually kind of happen in this market. There's no point jumping on and we just watch this fucking price distribute. But now we're back at our internal liquidity. I would be looking for shorts off of this order block down to this external low. But yeah, boys, let me know what you guys are looking for. Obviously, I'm waiting for confirmation at this order block. We're not going to get in straight away, just randomly. I took a GU long. Nice. Nice, bro. Actually, I haven't moved the air. You haven't been really trading GU that much, to be fair, boys. Really haven't been trading GU too much. I will look for an entry on GU, though. GU does look decent. Let me move the detail on here. But yeah, this would be the point where I'll be looking at sales. See if we want to come into this. Right, we've now got a 15-minute fair value gap, clear as day. Let's wait for this. But yeah, chat, let me know what you guys are looking for. GP was stronger for Young. Euro isn't weak right now. Isn't Euro weak right? Yeah, bro. I mean, in general, yeah. Obviously, it's controlled by the dollar, really. Yeah, what we saying though, boys? What we saying? Flash, Edo, Slick, Vovi. What you saying? Still in that short? Yeah, I'm still in that short from a few days ago. Still in this short here. This has been a fucking like mind-numbing hold. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm still on to buy since. I'm still on buy since this morning. What we saying? I'm more looking at sales, bro. Still holding your swing, yeah, bro. As your strategy now, London has already expanded higher. Do you consider selling in London too? Don't you wait for New York to reverse? I'd be happy to sell here. Really, it's just due to internal, external. So like if we pull up a fresh Euro USD chart, for example, and we actually analyze everything properly, I'll show you why I'm bearish, chat. I'll show you why I'm bearish, everyone. I'm about to give you a breakdown exactly why I'm bearish. So, right, for a start, this is sort of what we do. Range, bullish or bearish, internal, external, CRT. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go through on every time frame and go through this. And then if you don't understand anything, then after when I'm done, just put in the comments and I'll explain it. But cool, let's go on EU and do the internal and external. So internal, external on EU is obviously we've got a range low, we've got a range high. We've most recently taken out a high, so therefore we're bullish. In terms of what we're coming from and coming to, we've most recently taken our external liquidity So next we should feel internal liquidity. So I'm going to draw on our internal liquidity. So really the movement that we want on the monthly is priced down to mitigate this, and then up obviously higher to continue the bullish trend. When we look at the CRT as well, it's kind of hard to see with all these lines in there, but we do have a CRT of this March candle here. We manipulated this March high, so therefore we want price to trade down now into the March low. So that's everything on the monthly time frame. So obviously this CRT tells us we should now come to this candle's low, and obviously our internal and external tells us we should come down to here before obviously reversing. So on the monthly I would be bearish in general, so I will go on the monthly and we are bearish. Now we do the exact same thing on the weekly. Again, there's quite a lot of lines, so just try and ignore them. But weekly, weekly is very similar. You can see on the weekly we've got our range high, we've got our range low, and we've got our breaker structure, right? Which means this is a bearish range because we just broke the lows, so we're bearish. So therefore we're bearish. Now internal and external, you can see we've got our external low, external high, and then our internal order block. Obviously we're bearish, so we're interested in the external low. So we want price to sell from this internal order block to our external low, like that. Also, when we look at it, we do also have, obviously step 6 is CRT, 5 is CRT. If we look at it, we do also have CRT, where we've got the high of this candle here was swept, closed above. So therefore we should trade into this candle's low. I'll dot this out so you can see it. But yeah, you can see, so we've got this CRT where this candle's high was swept, so we should now trade into this candle's low, like that. Obviously the CRT is telling us bearish, and the internal external is telling us bearish, so therefore my weekly time frame would be bearish. Okay, now let's do it on the daily, same thing. So now we go down to the daily time frame. So we've got on the daily, we've got our high and we've got our low. Most recently broke a low, so it's a bearish range. So therefore it's bearish. Now we want the internal external. Our internal liquidity is this fair value gap on the daily time frame. Obviously the external just being the high and the low. We're bearish, so we're interested in the low, which is also the weekly CRT low. So yeah, we want price to go from this order block down to this external low. Then also when we go on to step 5, which is CRT, you can see we also have a daily CRT here where we swept this candle's high, so we should now trade into this candle's low. So the CRT is telling us we should be bearish, and the internal external is telling us we should be bearish as well. So my daily time frame for me is bearish. Okay, and now the 4 hour is the final one we do it on, so let's do it on the 4 hour. 4 hour, we got our range high and our range low. Most recently broke a low, so it's a bearish range. So it's a bearish range. Now internal and external, we've got this internal order block here. Then obviously we've got our external low and our external high. As we said, we broke a low, we're bearish, so we're only interested in the external low. So now we've got a bit of a drawing of what we want to see. We want to go from this 4 hour internal to our 4 hour external. Is there any CRT in this? Not really that I can see, to be honest. There's not really any CRT. We're obviously starting to get one form on this here. Obviously sweeping this and closing back below, but right now we don't have anything. So all I'm really seeing on the 4 hour, obviously step 5 CRT, I'm not seeing anything. Appreciate the heart, bro. But overall, as I said, from this internal order block to this external low, we are looking at sells. You can see we've already sort of tapped into it once and had those sells. We tapped into that order block once and had those sells. And I know we are retapping that same point now, but at the end of the day, if you do this framework, it will sort of stop you from impulsively saying, all right, we've gone up, so we must buy. But if we actually look at the grand scheme of things, we haven't broken this, our internal liquidity, and we haven't disrespected this low. So this move at this point should have come through. It hasn't, and literally nothing's changed. So therefore, we're going to look for this move here. So that's basically the move that I'm looking for, down to this external low. Bear in mind, we've got our daily CRT as a target. We've got our weekly CRT as a target. And obviously our monthly CRT as a target as well. But yeah, that's essentially my bias and why my bias is what it is. So yeah, let me know if you agree, disagree, or anything like that. But that's essentially how I find my bias. And that's what I've got drawn on this chart here. We've nearly inverted this. So yeah, it's a little bit brave just fading this massive bullish move. But like I said, I do think that we are not doing anything too stupid by shorting it. Bearing in mind, chat, these sells have brought me so much joy over the last few... obviously, I had this short here from... weirdly enough, I actually remember the exact price point it was. 4.7, there we go. And we had our stop loss on the high, it was 10 pips, bang on. And our TP on the low. So these are really all the trades I've had, or at least been looking at, or... These are all the trades I've had this week. You can see short there, short there, short there. So every time we have this big impulsive return, I've just been fading it. And it's been going well. So obviously, yeah, that's what I'm going to try to do today, is just fade this big rally. A lot of people, obviously very emotional right now in terms of the movement that they've seen. So a lot of people are going to be looking to have buy limits all the way up. So once we start moving down, these buy limits should just start falling like the fucking Twin Towers. And price should just run lower and lower and lower, like we've seen multiple times. But let's wait for this to invert first, and then we'll know really what to do. Okay, that was meant to be a 15-minute fair value gap. I just realised it didn't actually form. Just low-key annoying. So we've got this 5-minute one now instead. So if we invert this, this is what we're waiting for. Like an 8 to 1. Something light. Something light. But yeah, these are the trades I've been taking, boys. What pair is that? This is EU, boys, for everyone asking. This is EU. What pair is that? This is EU, bro. This is EU. Bro, did you get cooked yesterday like me? Nah, bro. I said on the live and the post London, I was more bullish for the London Open yesterday, and then bearish once we'd mitigated this internal. And again, boys, it was just down to this exact thing that I showed you at the start. Obviously, 4 hours bearish. The exact thing that I showed you at the start, but the only difference was yesterday is the 4 hours actually bullish, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Okay, let's just pull up that old chart I used as an example. So yesterday, London session, reason why I was bullish is because, if we go to here, so the reason we was bullish is because, as we said, right, every time frame's bearish so far. But then on the 4 hour, if we just do that again, so we got the range, do it like this, we got the range high, we got the range low. Obviously, we've just broken a low, so we're bearish, so it's a bearish range. And we've got our internal liquidity and our external low. So this is the difference now, this is the key step. Step 4 is what we're coming from and what we're going to. And this dictates whether, even if it is bearish, if the current phase of the market is bullish. And that's really what we saw. So you can see right now, we've just taken the external low. So next we need to mitigate internal and then external again, right? So at this stage yesterday, it wasn't a move down. It was a move back up to our internal liquidity. And then the plan was always at that internal liquidity to then sell back down, right? So essentially just like that, which is exactly what we've actually done. If you look at the market playing out, we bought up to it and then we sold back down, and obviously we're back up to it now where we're trying to sell again. So yeah, chat, pretty consistent with finding the bias. Let's wait for this to be inverted. If you're watching on TikTok, boys, I'm live on YouTube as well, Richesse Effect. We've got about 150 man in there right now. Looks bullish. Fair play, bro. Yeah, the thing is, you can't just say it looks bullish because that's when you're going to get cooked. Same as yesterday. If you would have said, oh, looks bearish, then you would have got cooked. You need to know sort of what phase is the market in. So right now, in my opinion, we are in the starting of a distribution phase. Back here yesterday was the start of the retracement phase. We'd already made the leg. We then had that push up, so it was just kind of obvious that we was retracing. Then only once we're back at our internal can we look for shorts. But yeah, we got to wait for the confirmations first. Okay, we did actually get a close below. We did actually invert that. I did actually invert that. 2 secs, chat. I swear Trump will say made a deal and we'll be cooked. Maybe, bro. He normally waits till market close on Friday, though. What is that? Yeah, it is. Chat, who's getting in anything? Let me know. Annoying. Didn't really have time to enter off of the inversion. Obviously, if you did, if you're fucking Batman or something, your fans are that fast, you entered off this, let me know in the chat. See, that would have been the ideal entry. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, Trump is so crooked. Trust me, bro. You in now, bro. He looks good for a sell, but G wants to come higher. Fair play. We need to wait for confirmation of the DXY. I want Friday high to be taken. Need to wait for DXY to flip. I do think we'll sell off a bit and then hit Friday high. Waiting for Friday high. Will NFP at 130 not just Diddy this EU sell? Yeah, bro. I mean, it's not going to be massively. It's not going to be massively important because obviously you can just close early, and this is a kind of higher time frame position. So if you are going to wait till 130, yeah, I'm not being funny, but hopefully you can at least be like down here at that point, then just close before. And if you are in a good bit of profit, you can probably hold if you want to trade through news. But yeah, I would always recommend, if you don't want to get in because of the news, that's absolutely fine. So if you are wondering that, then yeah, it's not like it's nothing wrong that you've said. So yeah, just don't get in anything. If you are willing to get in, then yeah, get in, and then obviously just close out before news and secure your profits. Or if you don't really give a shit and you just want to YOLO it, then yeah, just get in, hold through news, and you might have the easiest dub of your life. Monday and Friday I can't trade them. Why is that, bro? Yeah, a lot of people are waiting for the DXY to flip, which is fair play. If you're waiting for the DXY, I would wait for it to invert this right here. This is what I'd wait for. It's annoying. As I said, I did want an entry on the actual IFEG, but price just tapped in way too quick. I mean, you can still live execution it if you did want to get that exact same execution, to be fair. But obviously, it's up to you. But like, I do see a lot of people not getting in today due to the news, and obviously it being a Friday. So yeah, I don't blame you for that. Do have this tiny little 15-minute imbalance. I'm going to run, Lou. Have a good one unless you need me for Geo. Fair play. Could do a bit of Joe. We might play a few games today. Actually, you know what? Let's do Wordle real quick. So people like Wordle. I found it a little bit boring, but we'll try it. Mainly because we found the ultimate guess. The first guess is always euros, then pounds. Okay. I don't want to do the U because that's just a waste. Fun fact, the markets used to be open Tuesday to Thursday. This is why a lot of traders do participate on Monday to Friday. Why we see oh really? I actually did not know that. What are you saying, Chris? Went for 50-minute FVG to inverse and retest a 4-hour bearish CRT forming. Fair play, bro. NFP makes it tricky considering it's already 1040. Yeah, I don't disagree with you, bro. I don't disagree. Ponds, I was going to do that, but it uses an S, which is just a waste. Let's just get some other letters on the board. Oh, okay. O and an N. This might be difficult. Can't be no R. Oh shit, yeah, I've fucked up. For what RTT mentorship, he taught me that there. I've seen RTT mentorship years ago, bro. It's not really that good. It's good, but it's too long. An O and an N. Bro, there's like no letters in this. What the fuck? What about... There's no R though. It's got to have a D or a B in it, surely. There's no S either. This is bare hard. Doesn't really help us, but we'll go for it. Wow, it's a great guess. We've got 10 seconds left of this 15-minute close. He said, annoying we couldn't get the entry straight off of here. But we'll wait and see what happens. Alright. Defo blind. No, it can't be. This was years ago when they had to make orders over the phone and receive their weekly paper. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. I didn't even know that. If 4 hour closes below, we've got a good short from a 159 CRT. Nice, bro. Noble. It's a great guess. Oh. There's no E. Bro, what? What fucking word is this? What the f... Surely it's got to be... it has to be an I, a Y or an I. Knobbly. Is this even a word? What the fuck does that mean? Like knobbly knees. I thought that was just like... I didn't think that was a real word. GG's though, I'm not gonna lie, I would have massively struggled if it weren't for the chat on that one. GG's, GG's, GG's. Yeah, what the yeah, true say. What is it, what? Oh, nobly. Oh, okay. Like to do something in a noble way, that makes sense. Really, bruv? Out of all the words in the world, you used that. Yeah, I think it's like the plural term for Mark Noble. So if there's like 2 Mark Nobles, then it'll be knobbly. I think that's what it means. Bigly and knobbly. Yeah, no. Nobly. For some reason I thought it was like knobbly knees, bruv. Yeah, that makes sense. Got you on the right track. Yeah, you lot come through with that big time. Again, chat, let me know if anyone is getting in from the IFVG. That was my original entry, but I weren't quick enough to get it. So let me know if you are getting in on there or if you're waiting a bit. Play Spottle movies. I'm not really that good at movies, bro. Adieu is the best starter. Yeah, that is cold. Is that an English word though? Would now be a good time to enter, Lou. If you've got the same bias as me, then yeah, now would be a good time to enter. People will probably start FOMOing into the trade once we start moving down like here. People are going to be FOMOing to fuck. I'm just going to get into a terrible entry. Not a terrible entry, but once you like you wait, and you FOMO in, you can still catch a nice trade, but it just becomes a lot less worth it. Like 4% from this, is it really worth taking a massive reversal trade on a Friday for 4%? Considering you got to risk like 1% or 0.5% to even see any sizable returns. Probably not. Versus, is it worth taking a 13-1? Probably a bit more, because for a start you could risk like 0.25%, so it's almost like a free hit. And then obviously if it does it TP, and you're making what, like 4% off risking 0.25%. So it's basically a free hit on a trade. Whereas this one is like it's just a bit less worth it, in my opinion. But, and again, it's you guys' risk management plans, your own. Look to the left of your chart, swept the higher, then dumped and induced it first. What higher, bro? Day 15 min not inverted. How come you're not getting involved now? Because I'm just setting a limit, bro. As I said, I would have ideally got in from here. But we already inverted it. To be fair, it was a bit of a different level. But yeah, we've already inverted this level and tapped onto it a bit too quick. So I just set my limit at this order block here instead. So yeah. So yeah, that would have been my ideal entry, but yeah, I just couldn't really get it quick enough, which is low-key annoying, but let's just wait anyway. DXY is at the lowest point of reaction right now, unless it takes Friday low, but then the date makes the daily CRT invalid. Let's have a look at DXY daily CRT. Okay, nice. We do have the same CRT on EU, but the difference is EU already swept the high. See, the CRT that the basis of pretty much all of those 4 shorts are based on is this one here, which has actually been complete on the DXY, which was annoying because, like, yeah, we was like an inch away from TP, like 3 pips away from TP, and we could have been done with EU, which fucked it off. But it's never that simple in trading. It's never that simple, boys. And that swift reversal up to there. Just move this just so it's... Oh, come on, bro. NFP news today. Yeah, bro. The old trades over the weekends. Nah, bro, not really. Are you inverted and retap 50% of the FVG? I'm in. Fair play. Will you enter if price pulls back to the 5 min? Are you holding 3 current positions right now, Lou? Nah, bro. I'm not this one. This most recent one. I'm not in this one, bro. Yeah, I'm not in this one. And this other one here, I'm already out of this one anyway. I've got break even on that one. I had to move it due to... I would have just left it open, but because of equity, it went, yeah, like 7 pips into profit, or 7% into profit. So I had to move my stop loss to like here to avoid an equity breach. So yeah, it's one of those. But this is, yeah, this is really what you want to be doing, is just have a bias and trade that heavily. I'm in at a 15-minute IFG. Fair play, bro. Bro, hopefully we can come into this. It's not a million miles away, is it? Like, fucking hell. Like a pip away, bro. Come on. You got one more push in you. I know you do. I know you do, EU. Not too hard, though. Don't push too hard. DXY struggling to inverse to 15. I would wait till we break structure. Yeah, I'm waiting on the 5-minute order block too. Fair play. Yeah, if you do want to wait for this 15-minute, that's absolutely fine. Oh, sorry, this 5-minute. Also got the 15 to be fair here. As someone mentioned. So if you don't want to wait for that, yeah, nothing wrong with that in my opinion. Can see why you'd want to wait. We do have a 15-minute and the 5. I'm in, got in too quick. Fairs. Lou Dix, why took weekly CRT, SMT, VU? What do you think? Yeah, bro, that was the annoying thing. Completed the weekly. Completed that weekly. Also on the daily, completed the daily. Whereas EU, you can see, didn't. On the daily, EU came very, very close. EU came very close to this external low, but didn't quite make it. Which is definitely annoying. And then same thing for the weekly. Came very close to this weekly low, but just didn't quite make it. So that's one of them. Who's waiting for the DXY then, chat, and who's not getting in? Who's looking at longs? Because at the start of the live, a lot of people was looking at longs. Does anyone have any buy limits placed? You going for a sell? Yeah, that's what I prefer today, bro. Sells. Oh, mate. Oh. Okay, let's play one round of GeoGuessr while we're waiting. One round of Geo while we're waiting, boys. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. What pair? That was EU, bro. Euro USD. Bullish of SMT, fair play. It's New York. My sell is only for Friday, 50%. Fair enough, bro. Yeah, not a million miles away then, to be fair. Friday 50 is what, here? No, still a decent amount. I mean, 54 pips for a 13 to like a 14% trade is lovely. Like 54 pips is not that big of a trade. For EU it is, but still it's not like a monster of a trade. Okay, let's play. Let's run this shit. Let's run this shit. You turn off the audio. Fernando Gonzalez Asambia. Volcano. Oh, where has a volcano? Mexico def has a volcano. I feel like this is... I would have gone with Argentina or Chile. I'm going to fade it and go Argentina, Chile. Yeah. Okay, this should be easy. This is New York City. Or is it? Champa. How can I tell if this is New York? Doesn't actually look that much like New York, to be honest, but no, we're going to have to go for it. Yeah, where was it? Denver, bruv, really? Oh, one of these bullshit places. Some bullshit again. The fuck is that? Go London, I don't think it is, yeah. Bucharest, boom. Where the fuck even is that? Dorchoy. Fairs. Okay, Price, you're moving a little bit cringe right now. I'm not going to lie. You're moving a little bit cringe. Bro, do you vape? Yeah, mate. Unfortunately. I'm so torn. Really should take that Friday high now. I've learned never to fade Lou, though. Nick, bro, I'll be honest. You've got to do what you're confident with. If you ain't confident in this sell, then don't take it. Because you're going to take it and then be worried. You're going to be worried. You're going to be doubting yourself. You might close it early. You might move your stop loss. You might just do stupid things. So if you're not fully confident on it, then don't get in, bro. But if you are confident on it, then get in. Because same way, vice versa. If you are confident and then you fade it, then you're probably going to end up revenge trading it. And then if it distributes down here, you're probably going to end up getting in down here. And then you're going to get like infinitely worse RR. So if you're torn, then just do what you're most confident in doing. Just do what you're most confident doing. If you're that torn, then you probably aren't that confident on the sell position. So just leave it. My nan said probably wait for the news before trading. To be fair though, bro, your nan had it easy, bro. She bought her house for like £20.50. And also she could have bought Bitcoin at like 1 cent. And Amazon at $1. And Tesla at $1. And like every big IPO in history ever. So she had life on easy mode. I'm not gonna lie. She was also like 80 years old or 70, at least 70 years old for the meme coin mega cycle. So she would have had like hundreds of thousands to deploy in, if not millions. So yeah, I don't really want to take trading advice from your nan. How long did it take you to move? How long did it take you to get your confidence up? I can't lie, I move SL Bears. Bro, it's just about having like a plan. It's not like confidence is a thing, but it's also about a plan. If my plan is to not do it, then I'm not going to do it. You know what I mean? So, like, confidence is a big thing. You've got to have the confidence to execute, but just make it a rule to yourself. It's as simple as that, really. Make it a rule. You never move stop loss to break even. Simple as that. And that way, even if you're not confident, you're still able to execute. It's like in a penalty shootout. If you say when you step up, I'm going right. Doesn't matter what. My rule is I'm going right. If I get a penalty, I'm going right. Simple as that. I'm going right. Bottom right, that's what I'm doing. That's a rule. That's my rule. I'm going bottom right. If I get a penalty, that's it. Then when you step up, it doesn't matter how much confidence you have. It doesn't matter if you've got no confidence at all. You're just going to think, right, what was the plan? Let me execute the plan. Bomb. It's the same way if you say, I'm not moving my stop loss. The way I trade, my stop loss stays where it gets placed. I never move it to break even. Simple as that. I don't move my stop loss. So when you're in a trade, even though you might not have any confidence, you're still not going to move your stop loss because you're going to think back to, right, what was the plan? Okay, the plan was not to move my stop loss. All I'm going to do is execute that plan. You live Monday? Yeah, bro. I think we should just avoid this market today. Fair play. Yeah, we are live Monday. Yeah, we are in the new office, boys. And those chip stocks, trust me. I came across a trader on Twitter who argues that the risk-to-reward ratio doesn't matter in trading, and that the only thing that matters is a win rate. Do you agree with that perspective? Nah, not at all, bro. I mean, chat, like, we all know this. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, trading's not a standalone thing. Everything in trading can pretty much be translated into another area of life. Obviously, risk to reward matters in terms of your win rate. It's just maths. You can't really argue against maths, can you? How much funding you got right now, Lou? 600k, bro. What firm? Why you? Oh, ACG, bro. Alpha Capital Group. If you are trying to get funded with Alpha Capital Group, make sure you use code Richesse at checkout. Make sure you use code Richesse at checkout. I'll give you a big discount. And I'll also get you into the mentorship for free for a few days. Or a week or whatever, 2 weeks. But yeah, we'll get you 15% off. Best prop firm in the game. Code Richesse. We've got the 1 hour CRT now. Do have the 1 hour CRT. What's the RR at the DTO? Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Lou, where are you even from, bro? What do you mean, where am I even from? Like, where are you from? Fair enough. Where are you even from? Like, what do you mean? Is that like... That insinuates that it's, like, really hard to work out where I'm from. Like, where are you even from, bro? No, I'm from Essex, though. Which one is this? This is EU, bro. Euro USD. When evaluating success, what time frame do you focus on? Do you measure yourself daily, weekly, monthly, or quarterly? How do you assess your performance and determine you're making progress? If you're talking about trading and trading results in general, not like your actual life and like going gym and all that shit. If you're talking about like actual just trading, oh, nice, very nice question there, Cineflix, followed by a horrible question. Do you bash? But yeah, to answer your question, the first question, is you want to look at it on a monthly basis. Your results on a monthly basis. That's how I think it's best to look at it. And the main thing is you don't need to improve your results every month. You just need to be consistent. This is what I was saying to someone the other day on a one-to-one. They were saying, oh, I want to make sure I'm making like 5% every month consistently until I go for a funded account. And I was saying it's not really about making 5% every month. It's about being consistent. Even if you make 5% one month, then lose 1% the next, and then make 2% the next, and then make 1% the next. 3 of those months were below your 5% target, but it's just about being consistently in the green. That's it. And you can have a losing month. That's absolutely fine. But it's just about being consistent on a month. You just shouldn't have a month where you lose like 8%. If you're still in the phase of like losing 5% in a month or 6% in a month, then yeah, you probably still need to find that consistency. Do you copy trade across multiple fundeds? No, I don't copy trade, bro. I used to copy trade all the fundeds, but not anymore. I trade them like separately. What's your confirmation? Normally a 5-minute or 15-minute IFPG, bro. Sorry, that is not Paris. Pasir Riz. Where the fucking hell is this, bro? Holy guess, holy guess, holy guess. Oh my god, chat. Bruv, are you nuts? 17 miles. Bruv, Bro, come on. Yo, everyone double tap the screen for that. If you're watching on YouTube, drop a like. If you're watching on TikTok, double tap. Come on, bro. How many of you knew that was the Philippines? Knew that was Singapore? Bro, put some respect on that. Come on. Put some respect on that. Who else is in shorts? I'm not actually in these shorts today yet. These markets need some lunch. They're all out of volume. They're all out for lunch right now. Yeah, facts. Yeah, DXY is still struggling to invert. It's getting towards the point where if we don't get tapped in soon, we might have to leave it. We've only got 2 hours now till news. Singapore. I'm sure that's the exact correct pronunciation for it. Lou, do you trade them separately at the same time? How do you manage that? No, separately, bro. So I'll have one trade on one trade on another trade on another trade on another. You alternate them rather than copy trading them. So this trade will go on one account, this will go on the next, this will go on the next, this will go on the next. Bro, gold. What are you seeing on gold, bro? Let's wait for this to get tapped in. Well, the DXY is kind of moving a bit fucked. It's kind of moving a little bit booky right now. Can see the DXY potentially coming for one little last leg down. Let's look at gold. Yeah, chat, if I was you though, only enter this, only get into EU if you're like, if you've got money to burn, in terms if you're already in profit in your account or you're already up on in terms of equity or you're up for the week, whatever it may be. If you're like break even on a challenge or in drawdown on a challenge, I wouldn't really look for this trade to sort of get you out of it. Only trade this if you can afford to take a loss. I can afford to take a loss and still be up, so that's why I'm alright with taking this. Are you circumcised? Could you stop asking that question? Holy Edge Maxin, trust me, bro. Yo, bro, what you saying, Ben? What's your dream car? Don't really like cars that much, to be fair, bro. Don't really like cars that much, but my dream car... Probably going to sound basic, but just like a Lambo. When I was a kid, that's what I remember being impressed by. I don't really care about cars that much. When I get older, I probably will, because you start giving a shit about mechanics and stuff when you're older. But right now, cars don't really do it for me. They don't really impress me. So all I'd want to have it with is like, you know, one of them things when you're younger, you think this thing is like so unattainable, so amazing. I just want a Lambo for that aspect, but it wouldn't really do anything for me, to be honest. Like, rather than dumping 150 grand into a car, I'd rather dump it into a property abroad. That would actually excite me. Then I could be like, yes, now I can stay at this place for a month of the year, Airbnb it out for the other 11 months. I'm laughing. Like, that actually excites me, and I'd enjoy that as well. Like, driving a car, I don't really get that much enjoyment. You know what I mean? I know everyone's different. Like, I know some people fucking live for cars, and it ain't really about the brand. It's about like the spec. But for me, I don't really care about cars that much. So it's just about the brand and how it looks. Okay, let's actually check gold to be fair, because this guy has asked like 1,000 times. Last week's candle was really interesting. We obviously swept the high, then swept the low, then closed back within. There's not really much we can really gauge from this chart. Again, we swept this high, but we've already swept the low. So in my opinion, we are bearish. We're selling off from this 4-hour fair value gap here. So in that sell-off, we can see we're breaking lows. So we should really break this low now. We've got this leg down and then a pullback into our fair value gap, also sweeping a 4-hour high. So yeah, I'll be looking for sells with my target being this low here. To be fair, just look to get in off like this order block or something, and then go lower time frame to. Yeah, I'd probably try go from this 1-hour order block up here. Once everything else has been taken out, so once we've taken out the Asia high. So what I'm looking for. Yeah, DXY does look like at this point we're going to sweep the low. We've got this 1-minute order block here. Bruh. G sweat prior day high. EU probably has the possibility to take out prior week high. What makes you think that, bro? Don't you think EU needs to take prior day high, DXY prior low? Not necessarily. It would be nicer if they did, though, bro. Yeah, I do think it would be nicer, but. Holy shit. That was an unbelievable guess for Singapore, by the way. This has got to be Canada, innit? Could defo be like a farming place, but go Vancouver. Chicago, bro. They didn't look like Chicago. They looked like some shithole, bro. I was going to go Austria. That little red house makes me think Norway. Should have gone fucking Austria, it was. It's got to be the UK, surely, bruv. Fucking Range Rover Defender, are you mad? Okay, Ireland, Fez. Fucking hell. Holy guess, bro. Bro, what is actually with these rejections? What game is this? GeoGuessr, bro. DXY gonna break the hourly low. Yeah, we've literally made an equal low. Morning, Universal. What are you saying, bro? What's your goals for the rest of the year? I want to get into the office. Want to get a property abroad. That's one of my main things. Get a property abroad this year, before the end of the year. Get my first Airbnb abroad that I can live out for a quarter of the year, and then rent out for the other 3 quarters. Sorry. Chat, who's still holding this limit? Let me know, chat. You still holding this limit or not? Yo, it's Friday, chat. Let's put some good tunes on. On my days, bro. I've not listened to this in fucking time. When did this even come out? 20... Do you remember when drill music was actually good, bruv? Your limit is cooked, my G. Alright, momentum, we'll seek it. Cyprus, yeah, 100. Cyprus is it. Where should I look for in Cyprus? I do like the drill beats. The beats are spare good. It's just the bars about like shanking people and that. It's just a bit tired now, innit? So I wish someone would like what Pop Smoke would do. It'd go on drill beats, but it wouldn't be too drilly. It'd be like a little bit like trap music. Yeah, DXY definitely looks like it's breaking the low. So this EU trade is very risky at this point. Very risky. Remember, chat, only take this one if you're willing to lose, boys. It's a fucking risky trade. Bearing in mind, I'm up heavily on equity, so... I'm up heavily on equity, so I can afford to take a loss on this and know that I'm still up, bear in mind. So don't think... Yeah. You guys know what I mean anyway. If this is like a standalone trade, I'd be feeling way different about taking it. If it loses, it loses. But with these... See, this one's out anyway, but... The equity's looking nice on these, so... Either Paphos, Limassol or Napa ways. Not going to Napa. Fuck that. Paphos, yeah. Chat, what are we saying? What looks nicer? And I've heard of Limassol, I ain't heard of Paphos. What looks nicer? Okay, that looks dank to be fair. Limassol. Limassol. What the fuck's that? It's all just... Yeah, chat, not really much going on. We do have news coming through soon. Annoying we've just been tapped at this time, but... Right, so Limassol's more of a city. This is more just... Alright. But yeah, chat, I'm probably going to jump off now anyway. Annoying timing, but I do jump off at 11:30 every time. I do have the Get Villa in Greece. But I do have the post-London stream to do. We do have the post-London stream to do. It's buys 99%. Fair play, bro. But yeah, chat. I'm going to jump off now. I'm going to jump on the post-London stream with the members. So yeah, chat. I'll catch you lot in a bit anyway. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Literally the most annoying timing. But yeah, we're going to have to firm that anyway. GU's absolutely pumping as well. It's better to come over. You can drive the whole island in a few hours. Sweet, bro. Yeah, I'll have to. I'll definitely have to. But yeah, chat, I'm going to jump on the post-London stream now. The whole week was just creating the liquidity to take out sellers on a Friday. Fair play, bro. That's what you think, brother. Fair play. But yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Yeah, decent week to be fair. We caught a lot of nice shorts this week. Yeah, a lot of nice shorts. Maybe this one will come through. Maybe it won't. We'll see. Whatever happens, happens. But yeah, chat, I do appreciate you, man, tuning in. And I'll catch you in the next live, boys. If you are in the mentorship, I'm going to be live in the post-London stream very soon. And we can go through everything. Annoying timing. We literally waited the whole live for it to be tapped in. And as soon as it taps in, it's like 11:30. Gold, sell or buy? I'd say sell, bro. I'd say sell. But yeah, chat, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll update the Discord with how this one plays out. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one, chat. Appreciate you, boys. I'll see you in the next one. Sweet people. Alright, sweet YouTuber. If you're in the mentorship, boys, I'll catch you in the post-London stream in just a minute. And yeah, big up to everyone. And I'll see you in the next one, people. Sweet, boys.